What it do, YouTube? What it do, everybody, man? Shout out to you guys for checking in, listen to this video. I know. It's been a long ass time. Like, where has this nigga Pharaoh been? He said that it was a new beginning, and we ain't hear shit from this nigga since. This nigga done got himself a new record deal, done went off and done forgot about us. Nah, man, it's been a journey, man. But I definitely will recap and tell you guys everything what's been going on. And won't be too long of a video. You know, I don't talk much, but you know, it's November. Like, we still got one more month, and we on to 2022. Year went by fast though. I'm not gonna lie, but there was some ups and downs. But let's go ahead and start. Back when I talked to you guys, I believe it was back, of course, like back in February/March. When I paid the truck off. So I ended up going, pretty much, I'm still owner op. When I choose my own loads and stuff off the load board this time, I ended up going, contracted with the people called MAG Carriers. You go search them up for yourself on YouTube. Shout out to B Smooth because he told me about them. So, but I'm making it do what it do here. So very excited. Haven't did too bad. You know, it's pretty decent. What it was because stuff was still kind of slow in the beginning of the year. They were only taking like 5 people at a time from what's that crap called? Orientation. My bad, I had a brain fart there. Yeah, taking 5 people at a time for orientation. So, ended up applying for the, in first week of March. Everything got set up. I didn't really get started with the orientation till like April 19th, around that time. So I had to wait for like a month to even get through the door. And then, even after that, I had to, when I got inspected, I had an exhaust manifold leak, so I had to get that fixed and everything else, a wheel seal, all this other stuff fixed. So I couldn't even start till I got it fixed. Luckily, I got the PPP loan, so I was able to get that stuff, fixed within really was in a short period of time, especially dealing with COVID. So it took the guys only like 3 days to get it fixed. So with Peterbilt, so it wasn't that bad. And then and then I had to go get a knock sensor, which is so crazy because Peterbilt only gets 1 knock sensor a day. Like, PACCAR only sends them to each shop like 1 knock sensor a day, and I guess that's just a regulation, which that's dumb as hell. So I ended up calling around all the Peterbilts in Georgia. Luckily, what's the name? The Peterbilt in Albany, Georgia, they had it. So I was like, alright, cool. So I was like, it's first come, first serve, so they can't hold it in reserve for me, but they like, we'll make sure your name is what, Farrakhan? Alright, we make sure, that you're, remember you when you come in for it. We can't save it for you, so you need to get here. So I said, alright, cool. That was a Friday. That night, that evening, I went down there and drove, to to Albany. Went to a club called Sand Trap, ate some food, drunk, got something to drink, start vibing, and shit, and just pretty much left that shit there. I left before the club closed, so, because, I was kind of bored. I thought I would have left my lady friend, we used to deal with back then, back in the day. I thought she would have pulled up because I told her I was on my way. She ain't never pulled up. So sat there, went to the pilot, pretty much slept in the car all the way up till when Peterbilt opened. So I was the first one there. Got there, went up in that joker, and I paid that damn that money for that damn knock sensor, and then drove it back up to Peterbilt and gave it right to them, and they were cool as hell. The dude put it in the same day. So, and it took about 2 hours to do it. So I was like, cool. So then got on, went through orientation, and finally got hired by MAG. Did my first load, like literally like the last day of April, the beginning of May. And I started off doing power only because at the time they was low on trailers. So I was doing power only freight, and I was doing pretty damn well. Like, I was killing it at the time. And then birthday came, 30th birthday came, celebrated with that. And then like coming towards like the last week of June, like coming in like the last month of June, your boy got involved into an accident. And what happened was I got done dealing with a account that I was dealing with, that I found on the load board. It was a round trip going from Marietta to Bessemer, Alabama, which was pretty much like Birmingham, pretty much. It was a round trip, easy round trip, and it paid like a grand just to do a round trip. So I was like, okay, that's pretty dang good, because it's like, if you add it up, it's like $3 some change a mile. So I was like, okay, and I was doing it like 3-4 times a week. It was a load of chocolate that I was taking. Got done, I dropped the load, because power only meaning is that you take somebody else's trailer that's already loaded. Pretty much it's like a drop and hook thing. So you're not using your own trailer. So drop their trailer, I'm bobtailing back to the truck yard where I parked my car, so I can go on home. I'm literally 100 yards away from the truck yard where I parked my truck. And it's a two-way road. So as I'm driving, it's a neighborhood on the left that only has a stop sign, but it seems like that's where elders, like all the elderly people, reside. And this minivan didn't even stop at the stop sign. I kid you not, flies out, and it was almost as if he purposely wanted to hit my truck. That's how it seemed like from my point of view. You had to sit in the seat, like while I was driving, you know what I'm talking about. So he ended up hitting me, like literally like T-boning the hell out of me. So I'm like, God dang. So, and I kind of braced myself, and I looked, and I was like, oh shit, because I knew he was going to hit me. It was going to be how bad it was. So he ended up hitting me. I ended up hitting brakes so hard because there was a ditch on the right side of the road, a deep ditch that could have really flipped my truck. I could have been fucked up. So I hit the brakes and I went to go check on the dude. It was an elderly black man. Seemed like he was dazed and shit. And the car was so red. His minivan was so red. To be honest with you, if anybody would have sat on the freaking passenger side, they would have died. Anybody would have sat on that passenger side, they would have died. I kid you not. Anybody who's friends with me on Facebook have seen the pictures, man. It was bad. It could have been worse, but it was bad. So, ended up at the time, I didn't feel any pain or anything else. They took the guy to the hospital. They towed both our vehicles. I had the police came and stuff. And as you know, I was sitting over here pacing. I was like, God damn, I know this was not my fault, but I swear, I hope somebody seen this shit. I hope somebody was able to see, like, it was this dude's fault because he shot out the stop sign. Luckily, it was a witness, and he like, yeah, we seen it. It was behind you. He shot out. He told his wife, older white guy said, told his wife, screaming at his wife, he was like, he didn't stop. This dude stopped. Like, he ran to stop. He didn't stop. I was like, good lead, because, you know, if you in a truck and you in an accident, bro, it's automatically your fault until it's proven through witnesses or however that, you know, that it wasn't. So that's why I was more nervous about. I was like, I knew he was okay, but I'm like, nigga, I just got involved in an accident. Like, nigga, did anybody see? I hope there's some witnesses, because I know I didn't do. It ain't my fault. Shit. So I didn't get cited. They ended up mailing him his ticket in the hospital. Come to find out, this dude is 80-something years old. This dude was born 39 or 38. I'm like, man, this man was born when Adolf Hitler was running rampant in Berlin, Germany and shit. So I was like, I'm glad he was okay though. But that car accident, and luckily it didn't really shock me and stuff, because people like, man, it was like, we know you was scared, and just, I was like, yeah, I was like, but I didn't jump like shockness, because even from their video, because I got a front view camera in a truck that they installed, and they was like, they seen it, and they was like, oh my God, they say even from the camera, we knew you couldn't even see that. They was like, man. I was like, yeah, so that day, I think it was like the day afterwards, I ended up telling my mom, and she was like, hey, take it easy, you know, the adrenaline's still running, you may not be feeling no pain right now, but she said, are you sure you're okay? And I was like, yeah, cool. I swear to God, I wish she wasn't right. That following morning, I woke up, my feet was burning sensation, like my right foot was burning sensation, and my fucking lower back was hurting like hell. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? So I went to Patrick Henry Hospital to get checked. There was no broken bones and shit, so that's good. So I was like, damn. And then somebody was telling me, they was like, hey, bruh, nah, you gotta call a lawyer for your shit. Even if you wasn't even injured, you need to call a lawyer, because you finna be out of work. But since you got an injury, man, you need to. So I said, all right, cool. There was a girl on my Facebook. I could have went with them. With her, she was like, she offered me her service and shit. But I ended up going with they're the most famous lawyers down in Georgia, Gary Martin Hayes and Associates. So I ended up going with them, because I also see the results of what they get out of accidents and stuff. And their results is pretty damn, I mean, dude was like one of the, his service is expensive as hell, because I mean, he takes like 30%, which is not bad, because Morgan & Morgan takes 40, from what I was told. But so I was like, alright, cool. So went ahead and called them. Lady sat right there, she took my info, like took everything, ended up contacting ended up getting a lawyer. I'm not gonna speak her name on here, who's the actual lawyer. So, you know, I don't wanna do that. So I don't want to talk too much about the case as well, because I don't want to incriminate it, but just know that, you know, I took this precautions procedures. So after that, I had to nurse my back. I ended up going to the orthopedics that my lawyers recommended me to go, and which is good, because they used to be partners, orthopedic, with the Thrashers, the Falcons, and the not the Braves, but I think the Hawks. Yeah, they deal with them. They're like the Ortho Sport and Spine. So I ended up going to them, and then they ended up sending me to a chiropractor to heal my back and stuff. And then once my results got back from the scan, I had what's called lower lumbar faucet syndrome, which is pretty much a lower back swelling through the nerves. So, yep, I was scheduled to get an injection in my lower back. And at first, I was like, a needle in my back. It was like, yeah. So I'm thinking that needle was gonna get like stuck straight like in my back. Like, I'm like, bro, I was nervous as hell. They was like, do you want us to schedule for next week? I'm like, no. 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, she was like, okay, we gonna give you some time, because I was like, I had to process that in, like a needle through my back. I never got this done. So, 3 weeks come, I'm going to chiropractor and everything else. 3 weeks come up, show up. I ended up going to the ortho, but it was at a different location where they get it, where they do the procedure. And come to find out, they actually got a surgical room too down there as well. And I was surprised about that. So I was like, huh. So it wasn't that bad. It felt like they didn't stick the needle all the way in. They stuck it in, I think, like 2 inches, and the medicine travels down to your lower back. That's how it done. So it was like different prick. They kept pricking at it, because I'm thinking it was gonna be like one swoop, get all the medicine, and then shoot all the medicine. They was shooting the medicine in my spine in spurts, so this motherfucker kept sticking the needle in my back. I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck? So, got that procedure done. Felt good that day, but the side effects, man, I was sick as a dog. Like, I couldn't move. My body was aching even more. I'm sitting over here. I'm like, I was in the bed, couldn't eat. My taste, I was like, people was like, oh man, you seem like you got the COVID symptoms. I'm like, nigga, no. I said, I just got an injection in my back. Like, nah, it wouldn't be that. So, and I got that injection like in August. So, while that's going on, I'm sitting over here waiting for my truck to get fixed and stuff. So, outside right there, I was waiting for my hood. The hood was at like, it was long as hell to get here. And to the point that I had to go because it was a trucking company called Estes. They do LTL freight. They were delivering a part. And I was like, man, fuck all this. I said, Estes, let me get my damn hood and I deliver that shit, you know, to my, to Peterbilt. So I ended up picking up the damn hood, ended up taking that shit, and I was like, man, here you go. So, they ended up getting me done. Peterbilt, they did a pretty good job putting everything together. So I ended up getting back on the road a week after Labor Day. So that's when I got back on the road. And it's November, and here I am. Everything's been pretty straight. I had to, what I did was I went and got a trailer as well. So, because the power only, I think it's kind of like died out a little bit. You may find little lows like that on the low board here or there, but it seemed like, to me, in my opinion, it kind of died out. So, okay, so I ended up just saying, hey, can you guys go give me a trailer rental? So I'm renting a trailer right now, I guess up till Mag can get their own, and I can either buy it from them, buy the trailers that they get from them, and shit. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been going hard ever since, and I'm here now, you know. football season done started and everything else. I went to two because I never told you guys that I'm a Bulldog. Well, I think I did last year when I did New England, the Patriot game. And I'm sorry for my brothers from the TTC that I have not dropped any videos like Hate Week and all this stuff. But they kind of understand because I sent pictures of shit when I was in the accident, telling what I was dealing with anyway. So shout out to Uptown, Tyson, Byron, Parks, Matt Main, Jaganal, Vet, and Primo. If I'm missing anybody else, 313 Hitman. If I'm missing anybody else from the TTC, oh yeah, Simons and Ken. So I'll be putting up some videos next. I think it's kind of too late for me to do the Patriots because I didn't start off in week 1. But hopefully they'll understand, man. They understand because I had to go through some mad shit like that accident, recovering from my body from that lower back pain, getting this truck ready. I was just dealing with me and stuff, and then doing stuff with my occupation accident insurance and my lawyers, and then sitting over here, it was just a lot, but I'm here. So, but yeah, so I ended up going to like two Georgia Bulldogs games. Shout out to them Bulldogs. They number 1 in the nation. They're 10-0 right now. We're playing Charleston Southern this Saturday. And then next week will be Georgia Tech. And then we are already off to the SEC championship game. I thought about going to the game, but them tickets is already too high. They haven't even announced, man, check this out. A week and a half ago, when we won, when we really won against Florida, because Kentucky, I think they lost one of those games. I forgot who. I think it was either Mississippi State. But we got the SEC East. I was just for bullshit. I was looking at the tickets, and they already started off sitting like in the lower level. They already started off like between like $2,000 up to like $5,000 and shit. And I think the upper level you can find something like $500 or $600. But yeah, man, that's the tickets for the SEC championship game. So I was like, I may not go. Who knows? I might just watch that game over at my favorite sports bar, like the exit down the street where I live. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna actually spend that real money. If we happen to be Alabama, I'm gonna spend that money. I think that's better to spend that money during the playoffs, when Alabama plays that first game in the playoffs, and then if they make it to the championship game, pay for that money there. I'll pay then thousands of dollars for a seat. I think I'll be more satisfied, even though motherfuckers be like, damn, that's a lot of money. But if they happen to go and they happen to win, I think that's good money spent. Because Lord knows Georgia needed hell. The Braves won the World Series, so I bet the Georgia curse, and I'm not even a Braves fan. So they routed my Dodgers out the playoffs, and congratulations to them. Shout out to them, man, because Freddie Freeman, he's actually like one of the few players that I do respect in the game. Baseball is one of my favorite sports. I love a hell of a good baseball game. And Freddie Freeman definitely does deserve it. He's the Atlanta Braves modern day Chipper Jones, I say. And Chipper Jones, they cried when he left, man. He was with that team for 20 plus years, and Freddie Freeman is due for a damn contract because he's free agent this year. So people was like, well, y'all y'all gotta worry about Freddie Freeman signing back with y'all. You know, people gonna go boatloads of money. But I think the Braves, they definitely got the cap space. They'll match that offer. They'll definitely match that offer. They not gonna let Freddie Freeman walk. That's definitely not gonna happen. That's like I said, that's their modern day Chipper Jones. They not gonna let that happen. I mean, motherfuckers wish they can pick him up. Nah, he's loyal, especially now that he don't win a World Series. That's an icing on the cake. They gonna keep that. They gonna keep bruh. So, and so after that, football. Shout out to the Patriots. They doing very well. Mac Jones. I'm gonna say this. You heard it here. If Tyson didn't tell you, probably did. But Mac Jones gonna win that Rookie of the Year, man. He's doing very good. Like, he's in sync with that offense. I know our offense is putting up more points. Defense have been playing their ass off. I'm very like getting Judon, fucking bringing back Kyle Van Noy, Jamie Collins, Dietrich Wise is playing very well. Jalen Mills, not too bad. J.C. Jackson done improved like hell, man. I'm very happy about J.C. Jackson. Yeah, and I'm glad, and I tell people like this, man, people thought that, oh, it was a wrong move letting go Stephen Gilmore. No, the fuck it wasn't. Like, Bill can do without him, man. Bill can definitely do without him, because to be honest with you, Bill made Stephon Gilmore to what he is. Stephon Gilmore would have never been Defensive Player of the Year if it wasn't really for Bill. I said it straight like that. So the fact that J.C. Jackson is playing very well, and Jalen Mills, Jonathan Jones, of course McCordery, Kyle Duggar doing very well. Like, I can see us. We're relevant again. We are definitely relevant again. So people should have never really routed us, let us have a bad record like that, man. Because we would have never picked up Mac Jones. And Mac Jones to me was probably the best quarterback in Alabama that ever came up through there. I don't give a damn. They have Alabama quarterbacks usually be fucking duds. But Mac Jones probably like the best stud they had since Ken the Snake Stabler from back in the day. So I'm glad we was able to pick him up, and he's vibing very well with Josh McDaniels' offense, man. I'm just so happy, man. Very happy. They doing very well. Let's see. Let's talk about my damn Lakers. LeBron still ain't shit. I don't like LeBron, as I gotta tolerate him because he played for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook is in this year. We picked him up. I don't know why nobody don't want to put him at the shooting guard position. I keep telling people Russell Westbrook is not a fucking point guard. He is a straight shooting guard. Don't know why people keep playing him at the damn point guard position. He's too fucking turnover prone. I'm sorry. He turns the ball over. He is worse than fucking Dennis Schroeder. I swear to God. Like, god damn. So, but they been making it do what it do. I mean, Carmelo has definitely came alive. He's sitting over here shooting motherfucking 3-pointers like it ain't nothing. Like he's the goddamn, like he's like Klay Thompson of the team. He's sitting over here just draining threes like a motherfucker. Especially when we played Charlotte Hornets not too long ago when he shot fucking 7 threes. So they'll get along. If we don't win a ring this year, we probably gonna get laughed at. But of course we should, man. Fucking Rob Pelinka, our general manager, fucking so like sitting over here getting AARP basketball club together. The old over the hill gang, like the Washington Redskins from back in the day, but it's only in basketball. Oh my god dang, man. I believe the average age on the damn Lakers is probably like 32 plus. Shit. I'm like, by the way, I don't know how old them players are. I'm like, damn, man, we barely got any young motherfuckers on there. And I'm like, and I hate it because they sound like they gave all them pigs to get Anthony Davis, and you gave up so little when you traded John Randall. So I mean, it's hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, when you gave up little picks, when you gave up Julius, I called his ass John Randall. I don't know why I did that. That's the fucking football player. I meant Julius Randall. My bad. Fucking Julius Randall. I'm driving, y'all. I'm doing a night driving. Got to deliver to Shreveport, Louisiana. But yeah, Julius Randall. You gave up little picks to give him away, and now he an all-star with the fucking Knicks, balling his ass off. In which I knew he was going to be a star, man. I watched him his whole career when he was with Kentucky. Like, I swear. But, glad to catch up with you guys. I'm glad that I was able to upload this video. I'm going to do a couple more videos for the end of the year, man. I'm sorry that it came this late, but like I told you guys, like I just noted down what I was dealing with. It was just a busy half of the year for me, man. But I'm back out here. I'm back out here grinding. Glad to be back here. Been out here grinding. Glad to be active back on YouTube. And, you know, shout out to y'all for listening to me. If you come across this video. And more to come. Y'all be safe out there. One.